How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field here in Philadelphia, where the Packers advance over the Eagles 21-16 in their NFC Wild Card playoff game at the Link. And no shortage of heroes in this one. The final one, of course, Tramon Williams, who comes up with the game-clinching interception with 33 seconds left as the Eagles are driving for the potential game-winning touchdown. He jumps and uses his 42.5-inch vertical leap to intercept the Michael Vick pass intended for Riley Cooper to preserve the victory. But Tramon Williams not the only one coming through in a big way today. Aaron Rodgers, you heard the criticism during the week that he'd never won a playoff game, as Homer likes to say. He was 0-1. He is now taking care of that gigantic monkey on his back as he plays a very efficient, cool, smart game. Only throws for 180 yards, but has 3 touchdown passes, doesn't make any real mistakes. Obviously had the fumble on the opening drive of the second half, but other than that, he really does deliver today and brings the Packers into the NFC Divisional Playoff round. James Starks, everyone's favorite running back, with 123 yards. Mike McCarthy admits after the game that it wasn't his game plan to give James Starks the ball that often, but he was the hot hand, and boy, did he get hot. He had a 27-yard run. He delivers in a big way. The rookie 6th-round pick who spent the first half of the season on the physically unable to perform list. As a whole, the defense delivers, though. They come up with some big stops when they need them, and having been here for 4th and 26, the Tramon Williams interception really stuck out to me, just because this was a team that 7 years ago needed a defensive stop to preserve a victory at this very location, and they failed to do it. The Eagles go in and score a field goal to tie the game, send it to overtime, and then they lose after the Brett Favre interception and David Akers' game-winning field goal. David Akers helping the Packers' cause today with a pair of missed field goals, very uncharacteristic, including a 34-yarder in the second half that was extremely costly. As you look at the Packers at this point, though, people talked about it before the playoffs began, a 6th seed, but perhaps a very dangerous 6th seed, maybe the most dangerous ever. A 6th seed has never advanced to the Super Bowl from the NFC. The best underdog to do that was the 2007 Giants, who won the NFC Championship game at Lambeau Field as a number 5 seed over the number 2 seeded Packers. In 2005, the 6th seeded Pittsburgh Steelers won the Super Bowl, beating the Seattle Seahawks. Next up for the Packers, though, another rematch. They had played Philadelphia on September 12th in the season opener. Now they go to Atlanta Saturday night, 7 o'clock Central, to face the same team that beat them 20-17 late in the game on November 28th. If you remember that one, the Packers trailed 17-10. Aaron Rodgers drives them 90 yards, throws the game-tying touchdown pass to Jordy Nelson with 56 seconds to play, and then the special teams allow a long kickoff return, and a few plays later, the game-winning field goal beats the Packers. Personally, I think they match up pretty well with the Falcons. I know they're going to have to stop the running game. Obviously, the Falcons are a very good running team. Matt Ryan has been very good at home throughout his career, despite the loss to New Orleans a couple of weeks ago. But the Packers, I think, have an advantage against that secondary, and if their defense continues to play the way they have the last couple of weeks, there's a real opportunity here for them to advance the NFC Championship game, where they would either travel to Chicago or to Seattle, the upstart Seahawks, with the surprising victory, even though it was at home, over the defending Super Bowl champion Saints. We'll have all the coverage all week long. On a short week, the coaches go right back to Lambeau Field and get to work on their game planning in the morning. And we'll have Mike McCarthy tomorrow. Tuesday will be like a Wednesday for those of you who understand the beat writing parlance. And they will have a short week to get prepared for Saturday night's game in Atlanta at the Georgia Dome against the top-seeded and 13-3 Falcons. Thanks for tuning in. We'll take your questions as we always do during the week. You can email them at jwildy@espnwisconsin.com, or you can tweet them at jasonjwildy. We'll also have another week of intern Jackie's 5 questions. She survives to last another week, at least her videos do, as the Packers emerge victorious. Again, a big win, a little bit of an exorcism from January of 2004, and plenty of heroes for this team. The Packers advance. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.